Hello students, welcome back. This is the continuation of your chapter Madam Rides the Bus. So in the previous lectures we have seen that this lesson is about an 8-year-old girl who's Valli and who did not have any friends to play with, and so she would spend her time by looking at the outside affairs going on the street. Her favorite part was to look at the bus that passed by her village every hour. It gave her endless joy to look at the new set of passengers each time the bus crossed by. So gradually even she wished to travel by bus. Soon the wish turned into a desire, and therefore she made it her mission to fulfill it. She started listening to the conversation between her neighbors who frequently traveled by the bus, and in the process would ask a few careful questions here and there just to collect the information regarding the bus travel. Just like this, she knew that the town is 6 miles away from a village and it took the bus 45 minutes to travel one side, and what is the fare, that is 30 paise, and so 60 paise would bring her back also to her own village. Now she started planning and replanning, and finally the day comes when she has to go. Now she had saved all this money from these candies, peppermints and merry-go-round she had not gone in, and now she is going. Now when the bus conductor asks her to help her, so she behaves like a very mature child. Okay, she behaves like an adult, and the conductor now jokingly calls her as madam. So short heighted Valli would stand up on her seat and would be able to see outside, and whenever anybody says that sit down child or anything, so she will get very annoyed because she doesn't want her to be considered as a child, as she believed that if she has given the total amount of the money that is required to travel, that is the bus fee, then she would not be considered to be a child, and now she is a grown up one. So we have completed this much, that she has reached to the town, and now next what happens we'll see. Alright, then the bus stopped and everyone got off except Valli. Hey lady, said the conductor, aren't you ready to get off? This is as far as your 30 paise takes you. No, Valli said, I'm going back on this same bus. She took out another 30 paise from her pocket and handed the coin to the conductor. Why is something the matter? Nothing, no, nothing the matter. I just felt like having a bus ride, that's all. Don't you want to have a look at the sights now that you're here? All by myself. Oh, I'd be much too afraid. Greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking, the conductor said, but you weren't afraid to come in the bus. Nothing to be afraid of about that, she answered. So the bus has arrived at its destination, and everyone except Valli deboarded the bus. Means they have get out of the bus. Now the bus conductor informed her that this was the last step and stop, and you can go out and have a look at the town. So she expressed that she only intended to take a bus ride, nothing else, and she doesn't want to wander around. So conductor, while maintaining his nature, he replied by saying that she wasn't afraid to travel alone, that if you are not able to if you are not afraid of traveling alone, then why are you afraid of roaming in the town? So to this this girl Valli replied very confidently that as far as the bus ride was concerned, there was nothing to be afraid in that. Okay, well then, why not to go to that stall over there and have something to drink? Nothing to be afraid of about that either. Oh no, I couldn't do that. Well, then let me bring you a cold drink. Just give me. No, I don't have enough money. Just give me my ticket, that's all. It'll be my treat and not cost you anything. No, she said firmly. Please no. The conductor shrugged, and they waited until it was time for the bus to begin and the return journey, and there weren't many passengers. So when Valli said she doesn't want to have this cold drink, so the conductor insisted that he will treat her, he will pay for it. But Valli denied both of them, and they are now waiting for the new set of passengers to come and the journey to start back. Won't your mother be looking for you? The conductor asked when he gave the girl her ticket. No one will be looking for me, she said. So now the conductor is little concerned about Valli, and he asked that if you are in the bus, then maybe your mother is looking for you. So she said, no, that nobody will be waiting for her. The bus started, and again there was the same wonderful sights. Valli wasn't bored in the slightest and greeted everything with the same excitement she'd felt the first time. But suddenly she saw a young cow lying dead by the roadside, just where it had been struck by some fast moving vehicle. Isn't that the same cow that ran in front of the bus on our trip to town? She asked the conductor. The conductor nodded, and she was overcome with sadness. What had been a lovable, beautiful creature just a little while ago had now suddenly lost its charm and its life, and looked so horrible, so frightening as it lay there, legs spread legged, a fixed stare in its lifeless eyes, blood all over. Okay, what is the meaning of spread eagled? Means spread out. So now the return journey began, and Valli was just looking as excited as she was in the first time. She was looking at everything enthusiastically when she suddenly noticed a cow that was lying dead on the along the roadside. So she confirmed that whether it was the same cow that she has saw earlier. So the bus conductor now asked her that if she want to have a drink through this nearby stall, or if he could bring her a drink. But she told that she is very afraid to get out of the bus, and she doesn't want to go out and have a drink. So the conductor says that he will bring her the drink. Alright. Later she says that it must have been hit by a fast moving vehicle, and now her mood experienced a shift towards sadness. So she wondered how a lovable and playful creature instantly transformed into a horrible and a lifeless one. Now the bus moved on. The memory of the dead cow haunted her, dampening her enthusiasm. She no longer wanted to look out of the window. Now she sat thus glued to her seat until the bus reached her village at 3:40. She stood up and stretched herself. Then she returned to the conductor and said, "Well, sir, I hope to see you again." "Okay, madam," he answered her, smiling. "Whenever you feel like a bus ride, come and join us. And don't forget to bring your fare." She laughed and jumped down from the bus. Then away she went, running straight for home. Now, what is the meaning of haunted here? Haunted means something which was very impossible for her to forget. So, the sight of the dead cow has haunted Valli, and her enthusiasm went away. Now she stopped looking out of the window, and she was silently sitting on a seat until she reached her town at 3:40. So while getting out of the bus, she conveyed her intention of seeing the conductor again, which means that she also wants to take a ride again. Now conductor also replied in a very sarcastic manner and said that don't forget to bring your fare, because she was behaving like an adult. Okay. Now so she directly went straight away to her home. When she entered her house, she found her mother awake and talking to one of the Valli's aunts, the one from South Street. This aunt was a real chatterbox, never closing her mouth once she started talking. "And where have you been?" said her aunt when Valli came in. She spoke very casually, not expecting a reply. So Valli just smiled, and her mother and aunt went on with their conversation. So when Valli came back, she found her aunt who talked too much, and when she asked that where were you, so aunt doesn't mean to have a reply, but Valli just smiled and went away. "Yes, you are right," her mother said. "So many things are in our midst and in the world outside. How can we possibly know about everything? And even when we do not know about something, we often can't understand it completely, can we?" "Oh, yes," breathed Valli. "What?" asked her mother. "What's that you say?" "Oh," said Valli, "I was just agreeing with what you said about things happening without our knowledge." "Just a chit of a girl she is," said her aunt, "and yet look how she pokes her nose into a conversation, just as though she were a grown lady." Valli smiled to herself. She didn't want them to understand her smile, but then there wasn't much chance of that, was there? Now, what is the meaning of pokes her nose? Takes interest in something that is not concerned with her. Now, while her mother and aunt were having a conversation, her mother said that there are endless possibilities in the world. So we must not be aware of everything what is going on. So it is very difficult to understand one thing and not to understand the other thing. So Valli also affirmed, said yes, yes, whatever you are saying is true. So both of them, mother and her aunt, were very astonished that okay, she's just a little girl and she is understanding these big things. So then she just justified her reaction by saying that okay, she was agreeing to what her mother is saying. So aunt, what is her aunt saying? That such a small child and she is behaving like a grown up lady. So Valli knew what she was referring to, okay, but nobody knew about her bus journey, and she didn't want also that people should know what she was feeling. Okay, so this was the chapter that Valli, a small girl who when travels in a bus, got to know about this bitter truth of life, that is death. That one person who is born will die one day, and the thing that gives you joy may turn out to be a reason for your sadness in the later part. So I hope you all have understood this chapter. Kindly do the in-text questions that are given.